The aircraft of today are quieter, more efficient and stronger than anyone could have imagined, even a few short years ago. Of course, future aircraft will continue this trend and become even more efficient and dependable, reaching unimaginable goals that today's aircraft could never reach. But how will they reach these goals, and who is performing the important work to change the way we all fly? The common misconception is that most advances come strictly from major aircraft manufacturers. But the true story is much more complex. Unknown to most of the public is that one of the unsung leaders in aviation is NASA. NASA engineers, who work hand in hand with industry planners, developing and testing new designs to make aircraft safer, greener, and much more efficient. On this episode of NASA X, we will look at how this collaboration works, and we'll see how NASA and industry are paving the way for greener, safer aircraft for today and for aircraft of the future as well. This is a familiar sight for modern travellers. Large metal jets roaring down the runway and lifting into the air. In fact, this sight really hasn't changed that much in the last 50 years or so. Other than the way most people dressed for flights back then, the basic concept of air travel is pretty much the same. There have, of course, been measurable differences in fuel economy, with new developments in engine design and noise reduction techniques. But the basic tube and wing shape and the material used to build these aircraft has remained pretty much the same for years. But that isn't the case anymore. Like so many products that have evolved dramatically in the last few decades, like phones for example, the same is true for aircraft design. Today, more than ever, researchers are pushing the boundaries of the science of flight in their effort to make aircraft of the future more efficient, quieter, and greener. So who's taking the lead and why? Obviously, industry is taking the lead in some areas, because cleaner operations and more efficiency mean higher profits. But they're just not the only players. One of the leading innovators in aeronautics over the history of flight has been and continues to be NASA. The push to modernise and change aircraft of the future is being led by NASA's Environmentally Responsible Aviation Project, or ERA. The ERA project is putting its money where its mouth is with tough but reachable goals to make big changes in how we fly by the year 2025.
So the Environmentally Responsible Aviation Project is a 5-year, 6-year project, and it's focused on advanced aircraft design.